pray for me and fall. Baby, pray for me and fall. Baby, pray for me and fall.
What's good, folks? It's Nightmare Frame here with a new Warframe video, coming at you with a Frost build. It feels like I haven't done a build video in a hot minute. So for those who don't know, I did release a video a few days ago about the top 5 worst Warframes in the game. Surprisingly, there were a few people commenting how they were surprised Frost wasn't in the list. Now let's get something out of the way. Frost is outdated compared to the new guys. However, he is not a bad Warframe. He does his job, and he does it quite well. And he has a few secrets that not many people know about. So if you were to compare Frost to the worst Warframes on the list, I would say, yeah. It's a video game, you're supposed to enjoy it however you want, even if you're playing with doo-doo water, as long as you're having fun with that doo-doo water. Anyway, let's get this on the way. Frost does lack a few things. Number one, his energy pool isn't that great, and his prime version has a lot of shields, which is also a bad thing when you want to utilize shield gating very well. His armor strip requires you to have 250% power strength, and that armor strip is only on frozen targets, which is quite sad. But I guess it's a way to balance things out. And yes, this Frost build is using a helmet just to deal with one of his issues, and a special Arcane Helmet. This Arcane Helmet is not needed at all. I just used it because I own one. So for those who don't know Arcane Helmets are a remnant of the past. What they used to do is give you a bonus and also a negative. Some of these negatives were beneficial for certain builds. So as we take a look at the Squall Helmet, this gives me increased power strength and reduces my shield value, which is pretty good since Frost has a lot of shields. And the power strength I get from this helmet is 15%, which is pretty much a power drift. In terms of helmet ability, I'm using this Spectral Rage, which is from Gara. Those who don't know how you can put abilities on other Warframes, you need to unlock the helmet system. Spectral Rage has you cast mirrors circling enemies. These set of mirrors will draw enemy fire. However, we're not just using it for that. I am using the augment Spectral Siphon. While killing enemies within Spectral Rage have a 50% chance to drop energy orbs. And we're going to be killing crazy amounts. So we're going to be slowing them down, casting our bubble for some defenses, iframes. Yes, you heard right. And of course, his fourth ability is for that extra CC. Now you may be wondering, how do we kill enemies with our Frost Globe? Well, enemies knocked back by the Frost Globe take 50% damage to their health due to the collision. This is true damage, by the way. And what allows you to deal more damage to the health? Viral procs. So for example, if we were to pull enemies in, viral proc them, we can literally kill them. As you notice, we killed most of them. This straggler here survived, but you know, we could just finish them off by casting another bubble. If you didn't know this existed, I made a build revolved just around this mechanic, and I took it against level 5000. And our other form of crowd control is going to be the Ice Wave. Enemies hit will have that cold proc, slowing them down, and you can just freeze them. Have your first ability there. Look at that, energy orbs drop. You can recast your 4. A lot of ice powers, pretty much. Damn, this guy got pushed back really far. Alright, now that you've seen how the abilities synergize with each other, let's get on with the build. Frost here is going to be using his abilities and helmet ability for crowd controlling, providing him with energy, and actually killing enemies. Way better than the top 5 worst Warframes, am I right? He does have his main damaging weapon, which will be the Phantasma, and 2 modular weapons, a kit gun and a Zaw. The Zaw is primarily just for utility, to proc Exodia Hunt to pull in enemies, if you want to use the third ability to kill. The kit gun here modded for raw damage just to kill the acolytes, and Phantasma is going to be our horde clearing weapon. Let's start off with the Frost build. In the aura, I have Brief Respite. This will convert energy used into shields, and I do not have any efficiency here because our energy is all going to be coming from Spectral Rage and proccing it with Arcane Energize, since there's going to be a lot of energy drops. Okay, duration at 155% thanks to Primed Continuity. Prime Flow for the large energy pool. Umbral Intensify for the power strength. Combined with the Arcane Helmet, I will have 159. Natural Talent for the increase in casting speed because he needs it. You can pair this up with the Madurai Focus School, even more casting speed. Let's actually demonstrate how this works. So with Natural Talent, my casting speed is like so. And that's with Madurai combined with it. Everything just feels faster, because having faster animations is also a strategic way of playing, because you can execute certain moves way faster, which can also benefit your survivability. The game is already really fast, so slowing yourself down can be a big hindrance. Unfortunately, this is how the game is designed.
Generally speaking, we think that attack speed as it is one of the bigger problems with Melee and the type of gameplay it encourages. It doesn't let animations shine. It has little or no strategic use because the speed you're going at is just, one motion encouragement.
If we're not going to use the Arcane Helmet, highly recommend Arcane Eruption as your secondary arcane, because upon energy pickup, you will knock down enemies, giving you even more survivability. Rolling Guard for the 3 seconds of invulnerability and status cleansing. Stretch and Augur Reach for the range, and having the Augur mod here will also benefit shield gating even more to replenish even more shields. And finally, the Augment Spectral Siphon for those energy orb drops. And let's not forget the big elephant in the room, Prime Sure-Footed, because spending less time on your butt is a huge DPS increase. If you do not have this, use Handspring. But what about Unairu? Man, Unairu is nothing. Prime Sure-Footed or use Handspring. You're better off using better focus schools. Anyway, let's get on with our main source of damage. And this is going to be Phantasma. There will be Phantasma Prime coming soon. It is a shotgun. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It is a beam shotgun that spits out Eidolon goo. Yes, I want you to think about that. It is very fast, has innate punch through, low in crits, but is mostly focused on DOT damage. And when it's modded right, you can have 69 status chance, which is nice. Anyway, let's take a look at the build. Mind you, I do have a Riven, but this Riven can be easily replaced with Prime Charge Shell. Why do I say so? Because it's literally electric and multi-shot. Also, you'll be wondering, hey, where's the base damage? Our base damage is coming from the Deadhead Arcane. Now, our base damage is coming from the Deadhead Arcane. Why am I using Deadhead and not Merciless? Well, for one, electric procs can proc Deadhead. It is one of the 2 DOTs that can proc Deadhead, and those are Gas and Electric. There you go, primary Deadhead. See? Procs. Heat, Toxin, Slash do not proc Deadhead because there is a 1 second delay, and Gas and Electric don't have a delay. They instantly start dealing the damage over time. So I get a headshot damage multiplier and some base damage, and unfortunately the negative weapon recoil doesn't affect beam weapons. But if you are not comfortable with Deadhead, well, you can use Merciless. The reason I'm using Deadhead, well, for one, I like to switch between certain weapons during this build and don't have to worry about reprocking my base damage. Our faction damage mod to multiply our damage and double dip with damage over time, and that's going to be with Electric, Multi-Shot, Fire Rate, Toxin, and Cold to form Viral. Mind you, I do have 1 unranked because I need to lower my viral weighting. So most of my damage is going to be electric. Galvanize Sanity for even more damage and status chance. And of course, Vigilante supplies for the ammo mutation and a random crit here and there. And now we're going on to the 1 pump chump. This is my Sporelacer hand cannon. It is built from the Sporelacer chamber, splat loader, and the Haymaker grip. It's heavy in the crit department. The build is straightforward. I'm not going to be worrying about building up stacks with Merciless, hence why I went with Hornet Strike. This can even be removed here. It doesn't really matter. You got damage, crits, corrosive, fire rate, and multi-shot, and even more crits. It's just your basic raw damage build. This is only going to be used to kill acolytes. And to increase the damage of this weapon, we can go into our operator, activate Madurai, and pretty much do this. So if you did not know what I just did with my operator, let's take a look at the Madurai Focus School. Real quick, as you're going to Madurai, I did use my first ability on the operator, which is called Void Strike. Void Strike will consume all of the operator's energy and grant me damage on my operator and Warframe. As you see right there, it says Warframe and Operator. Once it's activated, that damage increase will be available for 8 seconds and be on a 40-second cooldown. And if you're wondering about the increase in casting speed, that is going to be from Power Transfer. 50% casting speed when you switch into your Warframe, which is damn good. And finally, for just a little bit added power strength, we have Sling Strength. Void Dash a little bit and you get power strength on your Warframe. Now, for those who do not have the Frost Arcane Helmet, what you can do is slot in 2 Augur mods onto this specific weapon. Put Augur Seeker and Augur Pact. This will increase the shield to energy conversion. This will increase the energy to shield conversion. That's it. That's all you do. Now, for my final weapon, which is going to be my utility weapon, and that is the Conference Call, which is the heavy Dokrahm Zaw. It is built from the Varjeet Jai 2, Sakala Grip, and of course the Dokrahm Strike. The Dokrahm can be used to damage and also for utility. This is the utility build. Rending Crane as the stance, very important, and Exodia Hunt. The rest of these mods here are there for even more utility. Okay, this is how Exodia Hunt works. The slam. Every slam attack will pull in enemies. And finally, for our pet, I am using the Panzer Vulpaphyla. Oh wow, nothing new there, right? Because why use anything else? So, for this pet, the mutagens do not matter. Builds. Oh look, it's the same build that I've showcased for every Panzer showcase. Nothing's changed. And of course, do not forget to equip. Do not forget to equip your Decaying Dragon Key. Alright folks, that has been it from this Frost build video. If you'd enjoyed this video and learned something, please feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Warframe content, streams, and so much more. Do refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.